A man stood on the windowsill, frantically tossing wads of cash into the air, causing an uproar among the crowd below. But he wasn't doing it out of hatred for money. He was creating a distraction to help his brother, who was in the middle of a heist in the building across the street. As all eyes focused on Nick, his brother on the rooftop across swiftly got to work. First, they arranged the bomb's fuse in a circular pattern, then placed a steel plate as a foundation. They drilled a small hole in the center, carefully inserted the bomb, and covered it with a mattress. Once everything was set, it was time for Nick's performance.
Hey, look at me!
Everyone thought Nick was about to jump, unaware that his real intention was to use the screams from below to mask the explosion in the opposite building. Sure enough, no one in the crowd noticed the rooftop blast across the street. By then, Nick's brother had already slipped through the hole into the Diamond Tower. He bent the ventilation fan, squeezed through, and then used the administrator's password to send the elevator straight to the top floor. From there, they rappelled down into the Diamond Vault level. The next step was to bypass the surveillance area. Fortunately, they were well prepared, using fabric identical to the floor's color to evade the camera's detection. Once they reached a blind spot, Nick's brother took a picture of the camera's perspective, printed it, and placed it on a model to create the illusion that everything inside the vault was normal. With that, the two successfully reached the vault entrance. But just as they were about to enter through the ventilation system, a shocking revelation came to light. Police had identified Nick. It turned out he was a former cop who had served time for a diamond heist years ago. To make matters worse, the hotel where he was staying belonged to the previous diamond theft victim. Realizing Nick might be attempting another heist, the police chief immediately ordered the Diamond Tower's head of security to return and check the vault. Seeing their plan on the verge of being exposed, Nick quickly devised a way to cover for his brother's escape. He began throwing more cash from the window, momentarily halting the security team. Meanwhile, his brother used those precious seconds to install a micro camera on the vault's keypad and, just before security arrived, hid inside the ventilation shaft. Once inside, the security chief punched in the vault code, unaware that the camera had recorded every keystroke. After checking, security confirmed that none of the diamonds were missing. Convinced that the police had overreacted, the security chief dismissed the threat, believing the vault's motion sensors made it impossible for even a fly to get inside. However, he overlooked one crucial detail. The hallway cameras had been frozen. Just as the thieves thought their plan could proceed smoothly, a sudden twist occurred. A SWAT team was deployed, preparing for a full-scale takedown, under the pretense that Nick was an escaped fugitive.